and not fingers and hands. Washing your hands before and after applying makeup and using new or sanitized applicators will help to prevent the spread of bacterial infections such as conjunctivitis or pink eye. Anyone who works around or regularly wears makeup is susceptible. Purchasing your own makeup kit is an investment in good health. Wash all sponges and brushes in hot soapy water after individual use. Store makeup materials in a cool place to increase shelf life. Clean tap water, not saliva, is the best way to moisten cakes and brushes. Danger to skin, eyes, and the respiratory system can be found in the makeup area. Wear makeup. Don't breathe it. The use of a modest amount of powder on the puff will keep inhalation to a minimum. Aerosol sprays are harmful to eyes, contact lenses, throat, and skin. They are also a fire hazard. There are plenty of pump spray alternatives, and these are safer when used with caution. Apply spirit gum in well-ventilated areas. Discontinue use if any irritation occurs. Apply moisturizers after cleanup to prevent dry, unsafe skin. Keep a number of first aid kits in well-known areas around the theater. When evacuating, take several first aid kits with you for emergency use outside.
OSHA regulations require that theater companies have at least one person on each work shift who knows CPR and first aid.
In these days of HIV and hepatitis B dangers, all blood and bodily fluids must be assumed infectious. Those attending to an injured person with a blood wound must wear latex gloves. Keep these latex gloves in all first aid kits. Blood is to be cleaned up with EPA-approved solutions or bleach mixed in a ratio of 1 part bleach to 10 parts water. For cleanup and disposal assistance, notify local safety authorities.
A written program is required to outline how blood and body fluids will be handled in the workplace.
Workers who handle dance shoes run an often unperceived risk of infection. Blisters and worn skin can leave blood and pus on shoes. Wardrobe workers must protect themselves by not handling contaminated items without personal protection.
Never work alone in any theater space, either as an actor, director, technician, designer, or stage manager. Work with a partner or others who can find help for you if you need it. Open-toed shoes, bare feet, sandals, and the like are not acceptable. No way, muchos no-os, footwear for work in the theater. Even sneakers offer only minimal protection against the many floor-level dangers. Hard-soled shoes. Those are the best, and they're required footwear in most theater scene shops.
And Commander Safety says, never operate power tools or stage equipment under the influence of alcohol, drugs, and certain medications.
Theaters and rehearsal spaces must be left with work lights on for simple, safe illumination. Never leave theater spaces in total darkness.
When lifting heavy objects such as furniture, props, or platforms, bend the knees, keep a straight back, and lift with your legs, not the middle back muscles. When lifting with a partner, communicate your movements to avoid surprises that could lead to strained backs and smashed fingers. Back belts are intended to provide extra support to the back during heavy lifting. They remind the wearer to use proper lifting techniques. They increase stability to the spine and may reduce back pain symptoms. But there's a downside. Back belts have not been proven to protect wearers from back injuries. They do not take the place of proper lifting techniques. They do not replace the physical conditioning required to avoid back injury. And back belts do not allow a person to safely lift a load beyond their normal capability. In fact, wearing back belts for a prolonged period of time can have adverse health effects. Wearing the back belt all day results in increased blood pressure and loss of abdominal muscle tone. When the belt is removed, the back must rely on weakened abdominal muscles. Then the risk of back injury is greater than ever. When wearing a back belt, keep it loose and tighten it only when extra support is needed.
Here's a juicy ailment that has found its way into the theater. The term Cumulative trauma disorder refers to a number of painful inflammations caused by repetitive motions or by the regular use of awkward body positioning. Improper body alignment with computers commonly causes a condition known as carpal tunnel syndrome. Unnatural positioning puts too much pressure on the median nerve that runs through the wrist, and this results in symptoms such as numbness, tingling, and wrist pain. To avoid this common problem at the computer, follow the computer manufacturer's directions. Use the correct seating height and posture in relationship to the desk and keyboard. Keep the wrist and forearm level with the keyboard. Fingers and arms held high can cause CTS. A piece of foam in front of the keyboard lifts the wrists and helps keep them at the proper height. A rolled-up towel will do the same thing. Position your eyes level, about 3/4 of the way up the computer screen. Too high or low causes neck, shoulder, and eye problems. Face away from windows and bright lights while working on a computer. This avoids putting the eye through the constant irising that may lead to eye fatigue. You know, many studies show that the hours of midnight to sunup are the most dangerous in any workplace, and the theater is no exception. The reason? Fatigue. Many theaters forbid any activity between midnight and 6 a.m., including strikes. Make all-night work sessions a thing of the past.